Okay, so once we have our flowers all together, and we have our leaves on, we're going to start with the planter. So we're going to take our 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. And we're going to start with the magic ring. And chain one. I'm going to do 16 half double crochets inside this magic ring. We're going to pull that like that and pull this just a little bit closed. We don't want to pull it too closed. We need to leave it big enough to be able to get all of our stems through there and for it to come up around the base of our stems right there. So 16 half double crochets usually works pretty good. We'll leave it like that with that big of an opening. We're going to join with a slip stitch in the top of that very first half double crochet. And we're going to chain one, and we're going to do 2 single crochets into every half double crochet around. We'll start with that very first one. We'll have a total of 32 stitches. I'm going to join with a slip stitch in the top of that first single crochet. We're going to chain one, and starting with that first slip stitch, we're going to do 1 single crochet into every stitch around. Join with a slip stitch into that very first single crochet. We're going to chain one, and we're going to do 3 single crochets and then an increase. And for 40, we're going to bring up 2 loops, and then we're going to join the color that we want the pot to be. And pull that new color through those last 2 stitches, 2 loops. I'm going to join in the back loop of that first single crochet, and we're going to do 1 single crochet all the way around in the back loop only. Instead of joining with a slip stitch this time, we're going to just go directly in to the back loop of that first crochet, and we're going to do back loop only all the way around again. And mark the beginning of this row, and we're going to do one single crochet into each stitch, both loops. We're going to do that for 5 rows. So at the end of this 5 rows, we're just going to kind of take a look at where we will want this to sit at and how many more rows that you'll want to do for your particular stems. I think I'm going to go down to right about there, so I will do at least another 5 rows, and we'll see how that looks at the end of the other 5 rows. So at this point, we're going to want to stop, and we're going to put our flowers in. So you'll need your hot glue gun at this point. Insert the stems into a planter hole. And you can push it up to right where you glued the yarn around it. You're going to want to take your glue gun now, and we're going to go right inside that hole right there. So we'll start by putting some glue all around the stem, and then we'll put glue down inside. And get that other side too. I'm going to bring it up back out there. I'm going to let that sit for just a little bit. And while it's sitting, I'm going to go ahead and chop off these extra parts. Around. It's beginning to set up already. And you can see down in there just a little bit better. Go ahead and do more glue. And let that sit up. Now we're going to go ahead and take some more glue I'm just going to squirt it around inside there. We're going to take some of our stuff in while it's kind of wet in there. And push that down. Just take a little bit more glue. And I use the stripped up plastic grocery sacks a lot of times just to kind of do the stuffing. And we've got